mirror. Amy is content to simply see herself. She smiles unsettlingly. The investigators think they may have filmed a paranormal transfiguration because Amy's face seems to change into a terrifying gaping maw, and her mouth extends up to such an impossibly large degree. There's no doubt that the video is really spooky, and it doesn't seem to be a digital error. But what do you suppose took place here? Comment below and let me know, please.
Do you see it where? Holy.
A silent, hulking figure makes its way through the murky swampland, apparently trying to get away quickly without being noticed. Encounters 26 believes this to be some sort of lizard man creature, which would explain why the creature does not make any noise as it tries to escape the flashlight's glare. I was almost positive that this was just a person in a suit until it turns back to the camera. You can see some sort of sharp white scales coming out of its back, almost like a dinosaur, and its arms look way too skinny to be a person's.
Holy.
You've probably heard of the Headless Horseman of Sleepy Hollow, but this one is haunting South Africa. Captured on a security camera, this headless waitstaff is in a hurry.
Yeah, shit. Please switch off your phone. We're gonna see a ghost. I'm sorry. Guloy. Naso. No. HR. No.
He appears to be carrying a pizza to one of the guests. Imagine opening your door to this. I think I'd rather go to bed hungry.
They capture what looks like some sort of creepy apparition twice, just manifesting and appearing by the door whenever people enter or leave the place, almost as if it's guarding the entrance.
The musical rehearser's piano player was really frightened, and she was shrieking in panic as though someone was in the room. The others were unseen, but since it was recorded on CCTV, it was possible to see hands when a light was pointed in that direction. When the footage was brightened, a figure rising from the side of the piano that appeared to be female and lacked any face features could be made out. But from the woman screaming, it seems like there might. What do you think? Is the house inhabited by a supernatural force or something else inside?
When turning around, she catches the presence of something that was looking at her from the stairs. A hand and part of the face of someone who disappeared in fractions of seconds. Without a doubt, a rather strange sequence. But for our subscriber, the most impressive of all is that according to her, and after an investigation, she found out that a girl had died in this house before she and her family came to live there. Do you think it is the spirit of this minor that the camera captured? Or is it a simple hoax? Watch the video again in slow motion to see if you can find any cuts in the recording that reveal a video edit.
The following video was captured by a security camera installed at the Felix Bones Hospital in Santiago, Chile. In the footage, a person can be seen laying in bed, trying to rest, when suddenly something disturbing happens. The man seems to be resting peacefully, when all of a sudden he starts thrashing around uncontrollably. If we take a closer look, it looks as though something unseen has a hold of his leg and is trying to pull him. Eventually, a nurse comes to his aid after noticing the poor man struggling. This hospital is known for many rumors of it being haunted, and TikTok user Macazelda also decided to check this place out and managed to capture some creepy phenomenon. As he explores the hospital, he hears the sound of unexplained voices, which sound very creepy and sinister. Shortly after, he pans the camera to the side, and something white flies out the window, and it just slams shut. But this isn't the only thing captured in this place. Another video with an unknown source seems to show a bizarre phenomenon occurring with a balloon inside the hospital.
Ahí está, ya la prendí, ¿qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa?
No, salí de la pieza de las 4, no sé, cuando salí tenía algo atrás. Cuando vine para acá, se me empezó a pegar, boludo. Me pegué un cagazo y ahora lo veo.
Pero es la estática, boludo. Pero está lejos.
Está viniendo para acá.
Ay, la concha de la lora. La pibita de la camacita me dijo que le tocaron la pierna, que le apretaron la pierna. Ay, mierda, se viene para acá.
Pero se viene para acá, pelotuda. No. ¿Está prendido el aire algo?
¿Qué sé yo? Sí, creo que sí.
Tomátelo. Vamos para adentro,
me
boludo.
fui a la mierda, la
No,
concha de la lora. Ahí está. Que pase largo, boludo.
¿Ves?
Ay, la concha de la lora. ¡Ay, la puta que te parió!
Mysteriously, a balloon seems to be following the people through the building, perfectly navigating the halls as if it were controlled by a greater force. So, is this hospital place really haunted, or not? Let me know your thoughts down below.
Yo necesito saber qué sucursal está abierta el día de hoy.
An unexplained figure appears on the wall, and for a few strange moments they record what could be paranormal footage of a real ghost sighting caught on video. The alleged ghost takes a few steps and then disappears. This could be one of their own shadows playing against the wall, but if so, the shadow should resemble more of a black mass, whereas this figure is much lighter in color. If these events are fake, then they could have edited this ghost footage to turn their shadow into a ghost. Or at least I hope so, because if this video shows real paranormal activity, then that's some super scary stuff they've caught on camera.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Allahumma sholli wa sallim ala sayyidina Muhammad. Astagfirullahaladzim. Hey, macam-macam kata ingat. Halo. Ayo sini.
Clearly, a floating head can be seen for a brief moment, which falls back as the man tries to approach it. By the looks of the toilet, there was no exit on the left. But then where did the figure disappear to?
One day, when he posted something strange after having a creepy encounter within the isolated desert with something unknown, something that tried to lure him over.
Just coming in from planting those trail cameras. There's vultures everywhere. It's odd.
Ever since then, it would seem that whatever was out that day set its sights on luring this man over, perhaps to meet his demise. Late one evening, on another day, he experienced the same thing.
Just saw, looked almost like a coyote run right across here. That sounded like a kid. Or a goat.
Something that sounds like a goat or a little boy can be heard off in the distance. And after enhancing the brightness as he zooms in, it looks like something can be seen on the ground, but it's too hard to make out what it is. Fully convinced he is being watched by a skinwalker or some other type of entity, he decides to get a night vision camera and begins thoroughly searching the desert in hopes of finding whatever is lurking around. Most of the time, it seems that he is onto something, but whatever it is, it's as if it's close, yet too far at the same time. However, he does capture something one night. Something completely black stands out when he shines the light from his torch. Many viewers were quick to say it's a crouched shadow figure, while others thought it was an animal or some object. But wisely, he didn't dare risk getting closer to it. And later on, he decided to do a live stream in which the voices could also be heard.
You hear that voice? The horse is looking over there. What is it, Gypsy? Shit. See, they are freaking out. They're hearing it.
We can see both horses react, staring off into the direction of the sound. Some people say the further away it sounds, the closer it actually is. On another night, while using the night vision camera, he captures some movement. This, along with what looks like a shadow figure or some creature off in the distance, is the closest he has come to capturing whatever is following him. I've seen cases like this before, with people hearing voices at different distances, and in some cases their own voice is mimicked and used against them. But just what do you think? Is this a real skinwalker? Or something unknown?
Do you know about the mirror that shows you your past life? The Mirror of Mnemosyne had a beautifully carved frame that showed scenes of life, death, love, war, and many beginnings and endings. The glass of the mirror is deep dark black, just like the night sky without a moon. According to legend, when you look into this mirror, it doesn't show your present self. Instead, it shows your past lives. Nobody knows where this mirror came from, but as it was passed down through the years, stories about it began to spread. Some people claim they saw themselves ruling big empires, leading soldiers to victory in wars, or making decisions that changed history. They felt the fear, pain, and despair from those last moments as if they were their own.